EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 38 yards on the scamper there.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Now it's Miller, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Richmond. Tiger.
3rd and 2. Watson dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll run. It's Miller, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
21. 14.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Tiger.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Throwing again is Watson. Forced out to his left. Throw left side taken in by Miller. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Nifty footwork at the 45. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Watson. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Miller. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd is Watson, escaping the pressure right. He's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Now Watson going to sneak it, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he spins through. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey, kill.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
11.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. And Thomas has it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult, but when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now Breeze. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From midfield, here's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11. Monday. 95-56. 95-56.
Breeze now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Sammy!
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Got it.
Breeze now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Check. 21. Ready, what's that?
Breeze going to throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 14-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Ready. We're waiting. Yes.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Breeze now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
A give. This is Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
21. 12. 12. Ready for shot.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From the gun, Bridgewater steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Come back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Watson now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 56 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
To return it, Alvin Kamara. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He dumps it down to Ingram. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he gets it down to the 32. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Sammy!
On the counter, here's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. We had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
11. 12.
Now Breeze got to have this one. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Watson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage...
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The result there is the offense is going to come back on the field. A first down as they get 12 on the fake punt. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Richmond. Two jet.
On first down, it's Watson. Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Looking deep downfield. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught inside the 10, and he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spinning away. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Got it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for a loss of 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Here we go.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now he'll escape to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And that's the play, that pick by Mathieu, that will seal this football game.
The Honey Badger does it again, and I think one of the best nicknames that's ever been given. Just so inspired. He may not care.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
22.
Throwing now, Watson. He sets to fire deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater on first down. Being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And a